Good morning, Hugh. Good to be back on with you.
Thank you. Joe Biden has told 60 Minutes he's going to create a bipartisan commission of scholars from across the spectrum to propose ways to reform the court system in 180 days because it's getting out of whack. Nora O'Donnell asks, so you're open to studying to pack the court, and it's a live ball. He affirms that it is. Your reaction, Senator?
Yeah, I'm sure that Joe Biden's bipartisan commission to reform the courts will range from the left to the far left, Hugh. There is nothing that's gotten out of whack about our court system. The Democrats are disappointed that the American people didn't elect Hillary Clinton to appoint judges in 2016. They didn't just reelect a Republican Senate in 2018, but expanded our majority to continue confirming great conservative judges like Amy Barrett, which the Senate Judiciary Committee will do momentarily and which the Senate as a whole will do on Monday. Joe Biden's claim that he's going to create some kind of commission is just one more dodge, one more punt, one more play in his four corners offense to hide the ball from the American people, which is that he and the Democrats would like to pack the Supreme Court. They would like to add justices because they dislike the rulings of the justices, which will fundamentally undercut the legitimacy of the court and the rule of law in America.
It's an attack on the Republic. People may not know, but they will find out from me every day. If you expand the Supreme Court, you are attacking the very center, the tent pole of the Republic. Do you agree with that, Senator?
It is a frontal assault on one of our three branches of government and perhaps more fundamentally the rule of law on which self-government is based, that we will have impartial rules written in advance and applied impartially. To have a political party come along and say, we don't like the way the courts are applying the law, so we're simply going to add more left-wing justices to rule in the way we would like, is truly radical. Not even Franklin Delano Roosevelt, at the height of presidential power, not just his own, but the height of presidential power in the history of America in 1937, could pack the court because the American people opposed it then, just like they oppose it now, and the American people are right.
They are right, and I hope every person listening votes against every Democrat because the party has embraced instability in the Republic. Senator, I want to ask you about a specific thing. I'm not a fan of special counsels, but I have read 28 CFR 600.1 and following sections in today's Washington Post. I will have an editorial calling on the president to appoint, or the attorney general to appoint, a special counsel to investigate the Biden emails before the election because of the appearance problems after the election. What do you make of that suggestion?
Hugh, I heard your interview with Mark Meadows yesterday on this very topic, and I know that Mark was going to discuss it with the Attorney General and other folks in the administration. I mean, you make a pretty strong case because, as you said yesterday, Hugh, half of the American people are apt to dismiss the conclusions of the Department of Justice, whether it's Donald Trump's Department of Justice or should Joe Biden win, Joe Biden's Department of Justice. So I think this would be a case where you might want to consider a special counsel for obvious potential influence for a foreign adversary like China having the goods on someone like Joe Biden. Maybe that's not the case, but Joe Biden and Hunter Biden haven't denied any of those emails. They haven't denied any of those proposed business deals. It's kind of like the dog that didn't bark. So I think that you might need to consider a special counsel. And of course, if a special counsel is appointed, I would expect Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Adam Schiff to genuflect in front of the sanctity of the special counsel, to in fact pass laws that would protect the special counsel in his work and empower him to be a roving prosecutor into the Biden administration and the Biden family, just like they did on the Russia collusion hoax with Donald Trump. Don't you think that Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi will do that to you?
Absolutely, automatically, given their record, the precedent of their lives will be in favor of a special counsel being appointed. But I want to do it simply because it's the rare situation where half the country will not trust whatever the results of the Hunter Biden investigation and whatever the results of the Durham investigation will be. Now it's been politicized. We have to get it. It's the rare case that I support a special counsel, and I hope the president listens. Senator, what are you seeing? You were in New Hampshire this week. You're all over the place. What do you think of this huge early voting turnout?
Hugh, I think all these races across the country are just very tight. I've been in New Hampshire, Georgia, Montana, Iowa, Colorado, Michigan, and of course, Arkansas. I think all of these races are very tight. I think it could come down just to who votes over these next 12 days or so. Obviously, we have a very large early vote. In Arkansas, we have a very large early vote. I think a lot of that, Hugh, though, is that you have to take into account that we are in the middle of a once-in-a-century pandemic, and many people want to vote earlier. They want to vote by absentee to protect themselves from needless exposure to the virus, or to protect poll workers, protect their fellow citizens. So it's always a bit of a challenge to try to divine from the early votes and the turnout figures about what it means for the election. I would just encourage everyone listening today, if you love our Constitution, if you want to preserve our Republican form of government against these radical Democrats who want to pack the Supreme Court and pack the Senate and topple the Electoral College and grant amnesty to 15 million illegal aliens, then get out and vote, however you feel most comfortable, by absentee, early vote, or on election day.
And Senator, I would encourage you, if you're going to be out wearing your fleece, you're wearing a green fleece, it's Army green, I understand that. But a scarlet and gray fleece would actually be a winning fleece. And you could get out there and, have the Buckeye tradition behind you. I encourage you to get your scarlet and gray fleece.